Okay, we're going to try and find these two angles in this diagram. We're given that AC is equal to AB in the diagram, and we want to find out what X is. Well, if these two angles sides are the same, then these two angles right here, ACB and ABC, have to be the same. And if they're the same, you're going to have to, it's X plus X is 2X plus 80 equals 180. Those two must be 50. You could solve an equation, but 50 plus 50 is equal to 100 plus 80. That makes it true. Okay, so X is 50 degrees, and we can just use the shorthand here. This is angles opposite equal sides, and angles sum in a triangle are the two reasons we use to figure out that X is 50 degrees. Now, you could do angles in a straight line and angles in a triangle, but the fastest way of getting at X here, if you know that that angle D is 25, that's called an exterior angle. And these two opposite interior angles have to add up to that. So if that's 50, Y's got to be 25 because of the exterior angle of triangle ABC. The next question. Study the sketch below and prove that triangle EOF is congruent to triangle GOH. Now, there's more than one way to do this. You know, you could use vertically opposite angles, but you're definitely going to start off with OF equals OH because it's given. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, the next thing you can do, this is one way to do it. This angle E here has to equal this angle G because of alternate angles, because EF is parallel to HG. And F has to equal H because of alternate angles. And then you've kind of done it. You can say triangle EFO is congruent to angle GHO because you have two angles and a side opposite the same angle too. That's why you can say angle, angle, side, because those sides are opposite the angles that we're talking about there. Okay. Now, and then the next question. If EF is equal to GH, prove that EFGH is a parallelogram. Well, it's given that EF is parallel to GH, and we know that EF is equal to GH. Well, then it's got to be a parallelogram, because if you have a side, if we know that EF is equal to GH, if you have one pair of sides that are parallel and equal, then it means it must be a parallelogram. That's one of the conditions to prove a parallelogram. It's one of the most useful ones as well.